Well, well, the virtual reality experience, it was amazing. When I first put the headset on, and then when I had the little handsets, like I feel like I was there. Like it was like just amazing. Like everything, just felt so realistic. Like from me being on the ship to get inside the heart, it was very interesting, and I feel like I can learn a lot more with that virtual reality. I believe it can because nowadays, like when you just teach something, like majority of kids, like they never be interested in it. But I feel like with this, like with them doing like more hands-on stuff, like it can really like increase like learning experiences for kids.
It was a totally amazing experience. You get into the material directly when you're using the virtual reality. You're able to see it, you're able to experience it, and it's very exciting. It makes the learning experience really exciting. Oh, I can think of several ways it could help with instruction, and one of them is that we usually have a hard time getting students to connect with the learning material, but with the virtual reality, they're immediately connected to the content of the material that they have to learn. Secondly, it makes the students have a chance, it gives the students a chance to explore the material, so they are free to look into other details, other questions beyond what they've been given. It also allows the students to be fully engaged with the learning material. There's no distractions with the virtual reality. The students are on point, fully focused, fully engaged, fully immersed in the learning material. And also, besides the learning and instruction part, this is a way of teaching that has almost no risk in terms of accidents. So when you think about doing something similar like a normal dissection in the lab, you have sharp instruments, you have the risk of having an accident when students are doing this. But with the virtual reality, they can go in there and look at the structure of the brain or the structure of the heart. They don't have to cut up anything. They don't have to, soak up any spills or messes. It's an excellent, clean way to learn. And also, you never run out of supplies. So everything that you need to teach is right there for you. So that in that way, you're saving money and you're also saving time, because you don't have to go and buy anything. You don't have to spend any money beyond the actual program that you have. So I think it would be a great tool for our students and a great tool for our teachers to teach the material that they have to teach to the students.
My experience was amazing. There was a whale swimming by. It was on this ship, and the visuals were so realistic. Almost like me and the whale made eye contact. The fin passed by, and you can literally reach out and touch it. I believe the virtual lounge would be an amazing addition to the school to give the kids a realistic view of things they're studying, as far as like science and doing experiments, even biology, art, practically any subject. They can actually see and get a feel of the project that they're working.
My experience with virtual reality is that it's complete immersion. You are completely engaged in the activities, which allows you to have greater comprehension and understand the material much better. There are no distractions because the goggles keep you focused. In other words, although you're physically here in this space, you're mentally and emotionally and acting in another world. So it requires complete engagement and immersion. So it allows more meaningful learning to take place, and it allows for the students to, because they're interacting in that world, they're not just watching, they're interacting in that world, and because they're interacting in that world, they're comprehending material more quickly. And it's a wonderful tool to add to the curriculum. It brings such meaning to learning that has never been done before.
I think the benefits are twofold, because the teacher could benefit and also the student could benefit. From the teacher, they could really have detailed lesson plans where, say for instance, they wanted to experience World War I. they could actually develop that lesson plan, and they could take their students to World War I instead of the student having to read from the book. So if they took their students and they placed them in World War I, they would be able to experience the real feeling of what it was like, and the sound and everything that would be going on around them. As far as the student is concerned, the student would just be totally engaged, because when you put those headphones on, there are no distractions around you. You're only focused on what's going on in the goggles. So I think that that would benefit the student more, because you could take them anywhere in the world, places that they probably would never go to, and they would be able to experience the real world feeling as they go through the virtual tour.